Hello everyone, my name is Dennise Babiche and I am the Workforce Coordinator for the Fort Worth Housing Solutions. And today we are going to be learning how to create a simple resume. So for those that don't know, a resume is usually like a one-pager, an account of your qualifications, your work experience, and your skill sets that hiring managers use to be able to decipher who's the best candidate for the position they're trying to fill. So it's very important to have an updated resume at all times. So the first step into creating your resume is the prep work. So you want to make a list of your work experience, going from the most recent job that you've had to the oldest. After that, you're going to make a list of all your skills. And that also includes skills that you didn't learn on the job. That includes like communication skills, customer service skills. List down all the skills that you've accumulated throughout your years. Even if after your skills, make sure to include any certifications that you have, volunteer work, organizations that you're a part of, anything that makes you stand out among any of the other candidates that are also applying for this job is great. Any leadership positions, any organizations that you are a part of in your neighborhood. We want to make sure that we're listing all of your great accomplishments. Step number 2 is the layout. And this is so important because how your resume looks is going to decipher if you're going to get the job or not. It takes 30 seconds for someone to make a first impression of you. So hiring managers are quickly looking at your resume among all the other people that have been applying as well. So we want to make sure that your resume shines and that it's standing out. Make sure not to use long paragraphs. We're going to be using a lot of bullet points to kind of just highlight those key things that you want these hiring managers to know. Next, underneath each work experience, you want to make a list of bullet points of duties you performed while on the job. You want to make sure that you have at least 4 bullet points per work experience outlining the jobs that you did. So you want to keep it short and sweet. Like I said, you only have 30 seconds to make that first impression. All right, so now we're going to go into the design of a resume, which is my personal favorite. So the design is where you can show your personality. There are so many great websites online that have creative templates to be able to design your resume. One of the websites is Indeed.com. They have a resume builder that makes creating a resume super easy. But if you're looking for a resume to really show your personality and your designer type of mind, then go to Canva.com. So Canva.com is free. They have great templates for resumes. So depending on what kind of job you're trying to fill and how artsy or how much personality you want to show, they have a great selection there. The next step is the language that you use in your resume. When making a list of your job duties, make sure to use action words like I analyzed this, I supervised this, or I created this. Since you'll be using bullet points, it's up to you if you want to use a period or not. So if you're going to be using periods, make sure to add a period on all sentences. You want to make sure that your resume looks uniform throughout the whole page. When listing your work experience duties, make sure to use the proper past tense and present tense. If it's past tense, that means that you no longer work there. So you would say, I analyzed this. I supervised this. You want to make sure that everything is grammatically correct because if something is misspelled or you have a mistake on your resume, it's not going to be a good look. So make sure that you proofread and proofread and proofread your resume and get your friends, get your family to take a look. A second pair of eyes is better than just one. Another important factor is using keywords. So these systems have keywords that they're picking up on these resumes. So you want to make sure that your resume language matches the language that they use on the job description. So let's say you're trying to get a customer service job. And one of the key skills is communications. So somewhere on your resume, under your skills, you should put communication skills. So whenever that keyword communication pops up in the system, that your resume is being flagged and you'll be more likely to be considered as a candidate. You're going to have several different kinds of resumes because not one position is the same. You're going to be tailoring your resume for each position to make sure that these keywords are being flagged in the system. So a few do's and don'ts. Do highlight all of your accomplishments and your skills. Don't exaggerate them though. Do keep your resume updated, but don't have any repeated information on it. So here's an example of a resume. As you can see, it's pretty easy to read. Everything is in its place, uniformed. It looks cohesive and professional. I hope you found these tips helpful and that they help you create your own resume. If you need any help or have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. My number is 817-966-0522. Until next time, bye.